I figured I'd do kind of a chill stream and maybe join a tournament. These Blitz tournaments just started. So, which one is more competitive? This one has more players. 5-0. Let's join the 3-0. We'll do 48 minutes of Blitz. And then afterwards, I'll try and figure out what to do or what people want me to do. How's it going, Nate Brady? Shout out to Nate Brady. Oh, Nate Brady raided. Oh, I didn't even notice. Wait, is the thing working? Where's the thing? Was there any like notification? Thanks for the raid. I missed it. Okay, so this is my first game of the stream. I'm playing this person. They seem to be playing a hippo. Beginning of a hippo setup. I'm going to try and attack as quickly as possible here. The H file's open. I'll trade bishops. Now I do have the plan of queen h3 and then taking on h2. Okay, we might trade on d5 a few times. Opponent's pausing, but wow. Oh, opponent was probably scared of this. They should have taken and then they could have defended. Well, can I go? Let's just save the knight first. I'll probably eventually go in with the queen. I'm streaming from St. Louis, USA. It's currently 10:11 p.m. Haven't done too many of these like late night streams. I think usually there's a larger crowd who watches like earlier in the day when more of the world is awake. So if I lose b7, I win g3. Yeah, pieces are ready to swarm. Bishop's ready to come in. Life is pretty good here. Welcome back to Choco. Opponent's being very generous. I mean, I think queen g3 is actually a better move because it's force mate. Or is it made in... I guess there's bishop g5, but should be made in a few or in one. Okay, well, let's keep it going. Yeah, I joined about 10 minutes late. Leader has 6 points. Let's mix up the openings. Let's play knight c3. This probably has a name, which I'm not remembering. d6. All right, I'll play f4. We might go into a Grand Prix attack. A very weird move order. Or this is actually now a King's Gambit declined. Also Vienna Gambit. Okay, I'll take on e6, castle. Take. Probably makes sense to take, and then bishop e3. Play d4 first. Oh, why not berserk? Because I'm sometimes slow. I'm berserking, especially with no increment. It can be risky. Maybe I could have berserked this game in the previous one. All right, let's complete development. Hey, it's Andrew. How's it going? I'm just trying to like be solid these first few games. Maybe I can be aggressive in this middle game. Kick this knight. Knight b5. what to do. I'll reinforce the center. Yeah, if you're just joining, I'm going to be playing this arena tournament for next 42 minutes. And then after that, I might mix things up. We'll probably end up running a poll. Maybe viewer challenges or drawback chess. Maybe some other variants or slow chess. Can also do Q&A. Haven't really done a designated Q&A stream in a long time. Okay, knight g5 going after h7. Or blindfold. Yeah, the other day there was a request to do blindfold, but the request came like 4 hours into a stream where I was already pretty tired. Okay, so I'm threatening this and this. Rook takes is pretty much forced. Rook f8 would be nice, but probably not going to happen. Yeah, I think we're going to see g6. And what to do? I'll plant the rook in. Yeah, black has a few glaring weaknesses on the king side. E6 is going to be the main target. And the rook and queen are tied down. Can I sack? So takes. King f8, f7. Rook moves, I take, and then queen. Meanwhile, I'm threatening rook f7. All right, let's go for this. Yeah, there's a funny line. I was just calculating this. Black doesn't take on f6. All right, so I'll take. Very close to mating. Threatening mate in 1. I guess I could have played this too. Maybe slightly more forcing. Why not rook f7 after knight g8? After the game, I'll go back and see. Yeah, there may have been a more efficient way to win. How to checkmate? Knight f8. King g7, knight ge6. Horsies are doing their thing. Check. Is this mate? This is mate. It's a weird mating pattern. Knight defends a knight, which defends other knight, which defends a queen, which mates a king. Rook f7. Oh yeah, this would have been possible. I'd win the queen for rook and knight. I was trying to create some mating attack. Because I saw the line takes here. Rook f7 might be the best move. Yeah, it's up there. Is queen f3 not as good? Yeah, a lot of ways for white to win there. So, that was game 2. I'll keep it going. Welcome back to Emberg. I'm doing well. I've been finding myself more on like a later evening schedule. So, not sure how long the stream will go. But it might go into tomorrow. Only about 100 minutes away from tomorrow. He's based on US Central Time. All right, let's berserk. I'll play my h3. It's hard to play any sort of repertoire against h3. I'll play a London, gain tempo on the bishop. And the plan is to play this and then this. I could take the bishop and play this. Attacking the knight. Yeah, this is working out really nicely. If knight here, I trapped, or almost trapped the knight. Let's go for this. If takes, it's mate in 2. Okay, I might as well take. Long term, the dark squares should be exploitable on the king side, especially g3. If the knight can come to e4, yeah, it's looking nice. Yeah, so the most prevalent types of weaknesses in chess are squares and pawns. In this case, there's a few weak squares in white's territory, one weak pawn. But that's not over. Trying to attack from this side too. I could have forked, but I don't think I want to trade off this knight for the rook. Maybe I will eventually. I'll keep poking and prodding. I probably want a castle. Okay, now I can win the rook for free. So poking and prodding kind of paid off. And knight will escape. Returning home. Now the plan's to fight for the c-file. Get rid of this rook. Bishop g3. Envisioning this and this. Okay, trying to hug the king. Also just trying to preserve the bishop too. I have to watch my time. I have 19 seconds. That's one of the things when berserking. Sometimes I just forget I berserked. And then I hear the time warning. Okay, this is a fork. Try and route the queen to the king's side. Okay, threatening mate in 1. White's resisting. I thought I would be mating sooner. Here we go. Okay. Okay, so the goal is to win the tournament. 9 points, leader has 16. Yeah, maybe I missed a more efficient mate there. What opening to play next? I'll try and play some openings that I rarely ever play. Let's play... not a Ponziani. Let's play C3, the Saragossa opening. This is a ultra accelerated Ponziani. Setting up the pawn chain against the bishop. Getting something here. I feel like this is somewhat of an opening success. We'll play a4. There's d5. Black's not actually threatening d5. I'm going to start with a5. Trying to clamp down. If d5, I can take twice because of the e-file pin. Okay. I think my opponent just missed the rook was attacked. So life is good. Black might win the pawn. Yeah, unfortunately, I mean, do I have some crazy tactic? Bishop takes g6. It's such a weird idea. It might work.
5 rmnp.
Take.
Have a nice day, Eric.
The idea is to free queen e5 to double attack the rook and the knight. Thank you, Neil Heat. This might backfire, like my queen might end up getting stuck somewhere. But it also might just simplify. Okay, now I'm attacking the bishop. And we'll offer the queen trade. Because earlier it didn't look like I would be saving the h-pawn. The h-pawn is still alive. Knight f4 is coming. And knight f4, king f1. Yeah, this bishop wants to enter the game. Not easy to do. Here I play c4. Knight is almost trapped. Actually, I guess it was technically trapped. Knight h5, g4. It was a cool game. Some nice tactics this game. Oh, speaking of nice tactics, I got porked. But this is going to lead to trades. A knight is trapped in the end. Okay. Yeah, c3. I wonder how many times I've played this. I played this 26 times. Honestly, don't remember the other times. I have a decent score. Hey, thank you, Stellar Chess. Appreciate the raid. Hope you had a good stream. Shout out to Stellar Chess. Yeah, if you're just joining, I went live about 20 minutes ago. And I'm trying to win this tournament. We have a King's Gambit. Let me play this opening. I saw Matthew Sadler, Strong Grandmaster, made a recent YouTube video about this f5 move, which I feel like we've already deviated from the video. But at least we're getting something fresh. Play knight c6. Actually, d6 probably makes more sense. Develop. Maybe like eventually d5 and bishop c5. Okay, there's a funny line. Which I probably don't want to go for. Could go for this. Bishop e2 I take. If queen takes, I win the pawn. Knight will probably take. Yeah, I really want to play this move. Maybe I should have started with b5. Not sure.
Enjoy your channel immensely.
Oh, thank you, C. Kempton. Welcome back. Happy 26. Okay, so I can take the pawn. Yeah, that's a move. Maybe just castling. If takes serves, queen takes d5. Alright, so we have an opposite side castling position. d5 and bishop c5 will come pretty quickly. I have a nice outpost on e4. And there might be some eventual mating ideas with knight g3.
So much closer to the GM title.
Oh hey, it's Malefist. Working on that sub badge. Ooh, there's a funny mating pattern. Let's... I start with knight g3. Bishop e3 is coming. Let's start with this. I'm either going to win the rook or checkmate. If pawn takes here, it's force mate. I can sack the rook. And the queen will come in. I forget what we call this pattern. Yeah, sacrifice a rook. Have to learn how to say it with more enthusiasm. That was cool though. Yeah, a combination of knight, pawn, rook, bishop leads to white's king being very, very much in danger. Thank you to Halogen. 75 was taken.
I love your take on the Benko since I've looked a lot and not seen much from you about it at all.
Oh.
The one mainline gambit I've not seen covered by you, Saj. Well, anyway, have a great stream, friends.
The Benko. I can't really play a Benko as white. I'm playing a Polish. Because why not? Play G3.
28 months or 28th blindfold simil. Quack quack.
Oh hey, it's Sharma. There was another mention of blindfold a little bit earlier. My blindfolds are freshly washed. Maybe I can dabble after this tournament. So I'm playing a hippo, but a slightly more energetic hippo because I have a pawn on b4. Which black is trying to exploit. Slightly awkward move, but I do support the pawn. I could trade rooks. Yeah, pawn is actually weak on b4. My opponent's trying to make me regret playing the Polish. Rook b1. It's basically a Polish hippo. c3 can perhaps defend and attack. It's very strange to play c3 and just have my bishop on d4. I think I'll play this first. Could maybe go for e5. I'm winning the knight? Knight is almost trapped. Knight h5, g4. These pieces are getting in the way. Knight controls f4. Okay, so that worked out nicely. Let's take and take. How to deal with the pressure. Like now I just want to consolidate. Probably offer some trade. Yeah, my queen is tied down to both knights. This knight's pinned. I think knight f3 would solve all my problems. There's still the X-ray vision, but now this knight can mobilize. Probably knight g3 coming. Bishop g6, h4. I think the goal is to attack on the king side. Yeah, I've realized it is important to wash the blindfolds because I just put it on my face, and yeah, I want to make sure that they're clean. Sometimes I use them as like a sleep mask too. I have a different blindfold, which is like it's supposed to help with eye pain, and it's one of the things that you can put in the freezer and then wear it on
Greetings
your
to the
face
inventor of
and soothe the
chess,
pain.
Chess Rosen, where shadows of strategy deepen, in battles of minds, our dreams are woven. Each move a whisper, each game a token.
I appreciate the poetry. Thank you, Matriarchal. Also, thank you, Brazilian Monk. Got some nice hype train going. Okay, opponent's trying to invade. Everything's defended. I can probably just go for this. I might lose e5, but then g7 will be attacked. Can you berserk and try and win the tournament for a 2k bit challenge? Sure. There's 20 minutes left. I'm in third place, so that's maybe doable. And this game, this game is kind of going wrong. I have this move. I blundered a little bit there. It's still probably okay. Oh, my bishop. Okay, this is mate. In a few. Yeah, not easy for black to defend. Thank you, Happy Cappy. A lot of people cheering bits. Okay, time to go full aggro berserk mode. Trying to fulfill this challenge. Playing rmnp. I'm undefeated so far. Opponent's trying to play a solid opening. Yeah, against this opening, you sometimes just have to play solid in response. But this setup does have some attacking potential, the two bishops. D5 might be a move. D5 I probably take once and then play B5. I feel like I've had this a few times before. There's B4 here. I'm gonna play this. I think this is okay. F4 might be coming. It's also the C4 idea. Very spicy position. I think I'm playing B4 knight moves and then takes with the pin. Although then there's bishop tension. If I take the knight first, takes. Take here first. Pawn's a little bit weak. Rook d8 is coming. Queen h5, g6 or h6. Have this move. Yeah, queen h5, g6. Ooh. Have to take. So maybe f5. I'm probably not better here. Unless I am. Unless I can hold on to the pawn. Yeah, this takes work. Weird position. Should be winning now. The problem for white is the rook is blockading. Okay. It took work. Went very deep into the endgame. Oh, thank you, LS Chess, for the raid. Appreciate that. Okay, if you're just joining, I'm trying to win the tournament. Playing the person in first place. Offering a Stafford Gambit, because why not? Okay, we have this variation of the Petrov. So not quite a Stafford, but still kind of a tricky line. I temporarily sack a knight, but if bishop takes, I win it back. Is Eric trying to grow out his beard? I don't really have to try. It just kind of happens naturally. Sometimes it's more convenient than taking the time to shave. So queens are off the board. I have the bishop pair. This pawn is potentially weak. I'm not castled though. So the goal is probably to castle, connect the rooks. I might lose the bishop pair back. I think long term this pawn is going to be more of a liability for white. Yeah, still down some time. Okay, next move I probably want to take. Let's play this. Yeah, this is interesting. So takes I take on d3 first. Pawn structure gets damaged. I'm keeping the bishop pair. G5 probably coming soon. Okay, white finally cracking there. Still not over. Have to convert this. Yeah, white's definitely resisting. Okay. It's actually mate next move. So I'm going to be passing the person in first. I'll have 31 tournament points. Yeah, some of these games are going deep into the endgame. What opening to play now? We'll play in English, how about? In honor of the language I'm speaking. Actually, playing a similar opening to one of my previous opponents. Queen a4 is a slightly offbeat, but interesting move. I just want to take and avoid takes back. Oops! That was a really bad pre-move. Just did not anticipate knight d6, or knight to b6. Now I'm basically giving queen odds. Oh, it's really bad. Let's play this. Queen odds and time odds. So here I take. I'm trying to create some confusion here. Yeah, black's playing safely. So I'm down a rook. That's a good move. Again, just trying to create some confusion. That's not good. Allowing the discoveries. I should probably resign. I'm still trying to fight. Draw? Repeat? Not gonna happen. I don't know what I'm playing for here. Any stalemate trick? Okay. What to do? I'm still in first, but it might be a close finish. Person behind me, oh, also lost. They're currently playing. So the person I just lost to is on a streak. Yeah, this could be a very close finish. Yeah, it's not at all close to any sort of stalemate trap. Alright. Let's play this opening. This is a hippo player. I'm liking the position already. Early pressure. Some issue for black with the h-file and the knight. And knight is pinned. Okay, just trying to clean up at this point. Complete development. I probably need to get at least one more game after this. Only one piece can move off the d file for black at a time. King c8 might come. Yeah, I was looking at this. So now I'm attacking the queen, and queen f5 is coming. So, like, if queen b4, it's mate's next move. Okay. Creating more distance. Yeah, this person's probably the biggest threat. Are they playing? They are. Okay, we'll try and make the last game count for the tournament. Stafford Gambit time. Oops. Okay, King's Gambit time. Yeah, knight f6 is not actually a great move against the King's Gambit. What is happening here? Very confusing position. Take, take. I'm not sure about this. So takes, 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 queen h4. It's probably not great, actually. Maybe I take here first. Oh, that's a good move. b4 takes. King e7. All right, let's try it. This is probably really bad. Oh dear. My king's just walking up. I defend the knight though. What's happening? Take. Oh, I'm almost getting mated. Oh dear. Yeah, this doesn't really help. Why is my king here? If I survive this, I'm not going to survive this. Yeah, that's mate. Am I winning the tournament though? Pairings are closed. Is this person playing? Who can catch me? This person. I think I may have won the tournament despite collapsing at the finish line. That was a really unfortunate game. 22 seconds. Who's playing? Oh, oh yeah, MattBuckley, who beat me, but they lost the game, so they're out of it. I think I'm safe. Oh, this person. But they're not going to finish in time. Okay, the faceplant photo finish. Hooray, hooray. Not sure how I feel about that. That's not how you're supposed to control the center. Yeah, if only it was King of the Hill, I would have won in like 10 moves. Okay, that was fun. I lost some rating, but it had some interesting games. Thank you, TFS. What to do now? Should I play slower chess? Should I play faster chess? Should I play something other than chess? Blindfold chess? Another tournament? Viewer challenges? Duck chess? I played a lot of duck chess about a week ago. Drawback chess? Scrabble? Thank you, Happy Cappy. Should I run a poll? I could run a poll. What do people want? I'll allow rigging too. What to do? Slow chess? Fast chess? Blindfold chess? Scrabble? Or drawback chess? Alright. I'm going to take a small break. When I come back, I'll get to see the results. BRB. Wow. I didn't expect it to be so lopsided. Can I bring this in? Maybe now people can see. Okay. So we have the status here. Also, thank you, Chris Armone, the Prime for 7 months. Slow chess, but first 2 moves are randomly generated. That sounds interesting. Maybe the first move. Okay, slow chess wins the poll. Oh, Andrew contributed channel points. But for which, was it for slow chess or for something else? Fast chess in second, which I kind of just did. Scrabble in third. Oh, for Scrabble. Maybe after all of the chess, I'll finish the stream with some Scrabble. Alright, let's do some slow chess. Drawback chess lost. Only 42 votes. Okay, let's join the hourly rapid. I sometimes play this tournament much earlier in the day, but it does happen several times throughout the day. And oh, thank you, Shawarma.
Nice job. I was busy updating the card on the bits and didn't have a chance to fully rig the vote. Quack quack.
Oh, no worries. I still might sneak in a blindfold game at some point later in the stream. What opening do I want to play? Let's play Sicilian, but let's play a different variation of Sicilian. I've been playing a lot of Accelerate Dragon and some Taimanov recently. But depending what white does, I'll try and mix it up. Yeah, I'm going to play the O'Kelly, which is a variation I very often just forget exists, but it's mainly aimed to make it so d4 isn't as strong, because after takes, I can play knight f6. And as far as I know, this is already maybe slightly preferable for black. So I'm hitting the pawn. There's a trap here. If e5, I had queen a5 check to win the pawn. But now I can play pawn e5. And a6 is quite useful in preventing knight db5. And next move, probably just bishop b4, complete development. Yeah, the O'Kelly Sicilian was featured not in the last candidates, but in the candidates before it. What year? 2022? It was Fabiano against Timur Rajabov. And Fabiano won a nice game with white pieces. But in that game, I think he played c3 on move 3. Yo, it's Gary. How's it going, Gary? Gary, did you reach 2900? I saw you were grinding some bullet chess. We do have the Gari command. Hope you had a good stream. Okay, this move is going to take some explaining. The reason I played this move is because I had a very, very similar position in a recent speedrun episode. And after I analyzed the game, the engine was saying this is actually a valid idea for black. Despite giving up the bishop pair and maybe having a backwards pawn, this should lead to very fluid development, like bishop e6, knight c6. I can long-term play on the c file as well. Oh, does Andrew have the chessable course on this opening? Yeah, I haven't like formally studied this opening so much in depth. But basically I'm playing everything I know about it. Play bishop e6. Am I scared of f4? Bishop to b2, white wants to play this and eventually f4 and use the bishop. I should be okay with that. I'm not sure if I want to develop the knight here or here. Oh, Shawarma says, I have a 2k bit challenge. You have to win a tournament and sack your queen by move 6 each game. Can sack it for anything, including a queen trade. Oh, that's interesting. I'm not going to do it in this tournament because it's rapid chess. I feel like I would need to have a much faster time control. Get compensation on the clock. Probably most doable in bullet chess. Have to find an ultra bullet tournament. So white goes for f4 immediately. And I'm probably happy just to take. And then this knight can eventually plant itself on e5. Now white's left with a few isolated pawns. Yeah, I guess I can play drawback chess on lichess by having self-imposed drawbacks. But I did do a poll earlier, and slow chess won the poll, so I'm trying to deliver with some slower, more instructive, more chill chess. Queen f3. Don't think this changes my plans much. I'll start with this. And do I want to play g5? It's not at all called for. Also, I have a tactic, okay? I was looking for ways to defend, but also important to look for ways to attack. Are you going to berserk this tournament? Probably not. But you never know. Sometimes I get peer pressured. Do I have this move? Can I orchestrate some smother mate? I'm trying to make sense of this. Okay, so white allows queen b6. So if king here, it's a fork. If king here, I don't have the usual mate, as you sometimes see in this pattern. White blocks with a knight. So this is going to lead to some trades. I'll take and then Probably take the bishop and then take the pawn. Do I have anything with this knight? I just want to take. Win the pawn with check. Yeah, life is pretty good now. One person in the chat is super hungry for shawarma. It's been a while since I've had chicken shawarma or beef shawarma. Is there vegetarian shawarma as well? Okay, just trading queens. And you have some files to work with. Usually when you have an extra exchange, like in this case, and you just want to use the files. Attack the bishop. I might end up losing the pawn, but that's okay. Oh no, my pawn. Yeah, I'm just going to go for pawn a5. The threat is pawn a4, bishop moves and then takes. Oh, is there breakfast shawarma? I feel like there's probably endless possibilities. Okay, so I'm defending the pawn now. And the king probably wants to get involved. I'll offer the rook trade, saving this pawn. If white avoids a rook trade, I win this pawn. Breakfast shawarma is like shakshuka. I was watching some video about how to make shakshuka. It gave me a lot of respect for anyone who's capable of making it. It seemed like a very extensive process. Opinion on shakshuka. I've never made it myself. I've seen the frozen shakshuka at Trader Joe's, but I've never bought it. Maybe someday. Okay. First game down. So I had a nice start with O'Kelly Sicilian. If anyone has more opening requests, I might just use my own like free will to choose my openings too. Stafford Gambit. I'm white. Let's start with e4. I think statistically most people like e4. Scotch if you can. Let's play a Blackmar-Diemer, how about? And there's some variations. Something called the Ryder Gambit, which I believe is this. Takes and then queen takes. I'm sacrificing another pawn. Black plays bishop g4, so I can take here. Yeah, this is working out nicely. And now I can probably go after c7. Like knight b5. This is now a massive threat. If rook c8, I play bishop f4. I'll have 3 attackers. If that, it's nearly smother mate. White has to take. I'll win the queen. What's the average Eric meal? For breakfast, I've been making a lot of avocado toast lately. I get challah from Trader Joe's. I'll toast the challah. I'll fry an egg. I smear the challah with avocado. Put the egg on top. Put some seasoning. Pretty simple, but pretty good. So I had a couple quick games. Yeah, this Ryder Gambit. I think there's some traps that involve queen takes b7 and some other lines. Okay, next game. Okay. There was a request for Stafford, so I'll offer a Stafford, although we might not get it. Let's play a 4 knights. A lot of players will go wrong here with bishop c4, and this allows a center fork trick. Yeah, generally this is slightly better for black. I'll play queen d8, which looks like a concession, but the queen is just decent here because it doesn't block the bishops. And now I can pretty easily develop. Although, how do I want to develop? Bishop d6. There's a trap. d4 takes, bishop takes h2. And now I'll develop the other bishop. How many people are hungry right now? All this talk about food. Bishop e3. Yeah, I wanted to play this. So now it's a question, like, do I want to castle queenside or kingside? Yeah, probably just kingside. I can still look to attack on the king side. f5, f4. And I might just allow white to take. Ooh. Well, he puts the knight on g3. Looks like this allows some tactic. Takes, f4. Yeah, these pieces are asking for trouble. I see this giant Nate Brady emote. I feel like this is a thing I haven't fully understood yet, is like giant emotes on Twitch. Is this a channel point redemption? Or just like a new feature? And all these games so far in 10-minute chess are going very swimmingly. It's not even duck chess. Ah, you redeem it with bits. Interesting. Okay, I'm trying to set up some bishop h2. The queen's a little bit awkward here because it's defending the knight, which I think white just forgot about. I love Tom Ka. Who's Tom? Can I play this move? Wait, this is force mate. Okay, that was nice. Yeah, generally in this position, the better moves for white are d4 or bishop e5, avoiding the center fork trick. Ah, Tomka. Tomka is good, yeah. Is it spelled T-O-M? Maybe it is. Just saw the word Tom. Or the name Tom. What's on your Chipotle burrito? I haven't been to Chipotle in at least 5 years. Maybe 6 or 7 years. I stay away from most fast food places. Though Chipotle is probably on the higher end of at least American fast food. Do I berserk or do I accept the time odds? I'll berserk. Okay, we'll have a blitz game. I'll play e4 again. Maybe I'll play some other gambit. I think there was one person asking for Ponziani earlier, so Ponziani already working out quite well. Got a nice lead in development. And d5 is playable. Debating here between takes or e5. I'll go for e5 and grab some space. Yeah, these are some of the quicker games of Temet I've played in a long time. Especially this one with berserking. Won't be too long. Do you play the modern defense much? Not so much. I could maybe try it this tournament. Also, how do I want to do this? This tension. I'll just castle. Takes I probably take with knight. We'll have some trades. With the position opening up, the bishops should be pretty happy. Although bishop f5 might be coming. But then I take and take. Okay, here I could take and take. Ooh. I forgot rook takes was possible. Yeah, honestly, I don't think I'm much better here. If anything, black might be for choice. But it's still, I guess it's still kind of level. Maybe white is slightly better with the structure. There's a funny line. Bishop a6, rook takes d5. Bishop takes f1, rook d8, checkmate. I don't know if it works though. Like, if I take and then king here. Yeah, I think it's too risky to play, as much as I want to play it. Okay, let's play it. Worst case, I'll be down the exchange. Best case, I'm mating next move. Yeah, the point is if takes, I win the rook, like with check. I see mating threat in the chat. A very appropriate username for that position. Okay, so black is kind of just stumbling into this line, which is nice because I keep checking and then I'll save the rook.
I'm addicted to spicy chess.
Ooh.
Sometimes I play moves that I know aren't the best because they look fun.
That's not necessarily a bad thing. And having fun is like the most important part to chess or anything in life. I want to play this, but then I get mated. Maybe G3 is weakening though. I have this move. Takes. This move actually might be good. Because I'm threatening to take with check, so if takes, I take, and then here, and then take. I'll be up a bishop. And if rook moves, I discover check and promote. I mean, the best kind of spicy chess is to play strong moves, which are spicy. It's not always easy to find them, though. Okay, this is made into... Yeah, black tried to blockade, but cuts off the queen from covering d8. I think it was just losing, though, for black, like after e6. So maybe not the cleanest game. It was actually worse here. Oh, rook h5 would have been really strong. And someone would have maybe had to call an ambulance. Okay. Well, staying clean, at least score-wise. Thank you, mating threat. That was a fun game. I got a Ponziani, got a center fork trick. I played the Blackmar-Diemer, and no Kelly. Oh, would I try a Milner-Berry against French? I can definitely keep that in mind. Someone was asking earlier about, was it Benko or Benoni? I think it was Benko. Which I could try. Okay, I'm white again. I'll play e4. If we see a French, I'll play a Milner-Berry. If we see e5, what do I want to play? Try and mix it up a little bit. Bishop c4. Okay, well h6 is... It's a sign that black is scared of this. But this is basically an improved scotch. I have one extra developing move. Black has essentially wasted time. And I'm wondering if I can like go full crazy. Like queen h5 almost works. It might not work though. Yeah, sometimes positions like this, I burn too much time like trying to figure out all the funny lines. When in reality, I should probably just castle and be slightly better. I guess black wants to take and then play this. Okay, I'll just castle. Hard to go wrong with such a move. I'll save the bishop. Now f4 can very likely come with tempo. I'm dreaming of knight f6 checkmate. But how to make my dream a reality? There is a line here. It's actually a cool line. Bishop f4, knight c6, knight b5, d6, bishop takes d6, pawn takes d6, knight takes d6. King d7, knight takes f7, discover fork, and winning the queen. Let's go for it. We might see this move, or this move, which foils all my plans. Yeah, now I probably just have to develop. I'll start with this. With black having committed to h6, it's a bit harder to castle. And I'll complete development. Oh, Andrew went straight to dessert. Almost thought that said desert. What about Queen's Gambit? I haven't played the Queen's Gambit in a long time. That's another opening I can definitely keep in mind. Probably the most solid gambit in chess. So is this move coming? I'll play a4. Just a typical way to gain space. Yeah, c5 is played. Now c5 does fight for space, kicks my knight back, maybe has c4. The drawback of c5 in these structures is d6 is going to be long-term weakness. Might not survive much longer. Like if I take and then play this, I could even play this right away. I'll start with taking. Could you play an opening you've never played before? I'm actually wondering if there's any first moves I've never played before. I can check real quick after this game. Yeah, my opponent's somehow like getting a playable position here. I'm not actually winning the pawn. Been having to make some like retreating defensive moves. Position is still probably fine. Like b3's coming. Black can maybe castle. A nice thing actually with black committing to g5 is there's f4 ideas. I mean, takes and takes and... Yeah, if black castles, the king side might be a bit delicate. If black doesn't castle, then the king is a bit stuck in the center. We see pawn e5. Okay, I'll play b3. Not quite trapping the knight. a5. I want to play a5, knight d7, and then take, but there's knight c8. I also want to maneuver this knight to h5. How to do this? I guess knight c8's coming regardless, so if I play queen e2, doesn't do that much. I don't want to commit to a5 and then pawn is just weak. I want to go crazy with like f4 and then sack a piece. There's also h4. There's also this idea to triple up. Choices. I might just slow play. I might just play f3. I'm not seeing like an immediate way to like do anything against this structure. Like black has solid moves. So the point of f3 is just to reposition the bishop, play knight g3, and then eventually knight h5. And actually with bishop f2, I will be threatening this. I should probably move at a faster pace too. When in doubt with not finding a move, you can always Botez Gambit. Yeah, there's a few queen sacks possible. I'm trying to play like good moves rather than intentionally reckless moves. Okay, now this looks more attractive because there's no knight c8. There's knight a8. I'll go for this. I feel like I should have gotten more of an edge here. Black's been playing naturally. Okay, knight a8 is now pretty much forced. Knight h5. And knight's coming back in. Maybe now h4. I didn't want to play this earlier because it seemed a little bit weakening for me. But now with the bishop on h8, h6 is not defended, so if takes, there's takes. Doesn't look like there's any way for black to defend g5. Queen e8 is probably a decent try. Actually, queen e8 I just missed. So g4 I lose f3. But do I go for it? G4 takes f3, takes g5, but then my knight's hanging. But this is hanging. Okay, this could get spicy. The alternative, I basically have to decide between this or this. I think I just prefer this. I'm seeing a follow-up. Rook takes f3, bishop e3. Saving the knight and offering the rook trade. Okay, black doesn't take the pawn. So if I take, I could also just defend. Yeah, this is a very positional game. Just trying to build my structure. Knight's coming in. Yeah, I think the bishop will find a nice home going after this pawn. So there is a line, takes, bishop e3. Black can play this move to defend, and if I take, there's knight f4 check. I might willingly go into that, because takes, I lose a rook, but I win this pawn. Okay, but it's black sacrificing the exchange. It's a cool move. I don't know if I want to take it, because it opens the bishop. I think I'd rather... I take with knight, though. I think I'd rather just leave it there. Maybe plant the knight on f5 first. I'm not scared of takes, like just king h3. Should be fine. Eventually I probably will take the rook. But it is nice, like, maneuvering this knight to f5 first, or even, maybe even next move I can take and then knight f5. And knights here and here are, like, really, really nice. What opening got us to this position? It's kind of a random opening. It was a king's pawn with early h6. It's one of these middle game positions where it's like very difficult to actually guess what the opening was. I guess maybe you could assume it's king's pawn. Okay, so I just take the rook. Also take the knight. This knight is tied down to covering e7. I haven't played the Beach Cafe in a long, long time. I think I maybe just played it that one time and felt bad about it. Yeah, I've stayed away from the openings where you spell out random words. Like the headache or the cabbage head. Question about 30, rook takes d6. I probably should have played that. Yeah, that was a miss. I was too excited to get my knight to f5. Which is also probably still like good for white. I really want to take, but then pawn or bishop takes. Could maybe play c3. Yeah, c3 looks nice. So if takes, I play this. And then these things are hit. Yeah, the nice thing is the d6 pawn is not really going anywhere. So, and basically from the moment black played c5, it's a sitting duck. But a capturable sitting duck. And thankfully black doesn't have an actual duck to block my rook. If I can take on d6, the queen is almost trapped. Queen f7, knight here. I guess there's this or this. So coming into this game, I was actually leading the tournament. I have dropped to number 5. But if I win soon, then I'll leapfrog to first place. Okay. I did mention this. Yeah, queen probably should have gone here to resist more. So gaining a rating point. Moving on. Oh, someone's up to 20 points. Who's berserking all their games? Yeah, I'll only berserk if my opponent berserks first. But people did want slow chess, so it is nice and chill. Gives me time to chat, explain my thoughts. Good night to Zvoosh. Thanks for stopping by. Okay, playing Satvik Kala. Let's play a Benko. Someone mentioned the Benko earlier, which is actually a pretty reputable gambit against d4. Starts in this position, pawn b5. Now the thing about the Benko is I don't really know much theory. I just kind of know basic ideas. So that's what I'll try and employ here. The idea is you sack these queenside pawns, so if takes, I'm pretty sure I can take right away. And then very often black will get this setup with the kingside Fianchetto, castling pawn d6. And unlike other gambits, this is more about long-term positional compensation. But it can lead to like very nice positions later on in the middle game. Opponent's kind of doing their own thing. I'll play d6. Don't think there's a big difference. And castle. And now this is probably where it would be nice to like know some theory. I'm thinking just knight d7. And then yeah, eventually I want to play rook fb8. Use these files. When's the next speed run coming up? I'll have to record an episode probably within the next few days. Rook e1. Yeah, white wants to play e4. So, what do I want to do? There is an idea to play pawn c4 and then knight c5. That's usually more justified when white's committed to this, so I can plant the knight on d3. I'm going to start with queen b6. I feel like it's just a natural move. I'm also looking at an idea that if white plays e4, I can play knight g4. Maybe pressure this, discourage this, unleash the bishop, and eventually maneuver to e5 and then exploit d3. Yeah, these positions take a lot of experience though to like play properly. So I think there's a lot of ideas in the Benko that are unique to the opening structure that you don't see in other openings. But hopefully I can try and figure some things out. Oh, good night to Andrew. Yeah, at some point in the future, I have to stream some Scrabble. Usually on Mondays, I make an effort to play this Mondaily, the weekly Scrabble tournament. Okay, so white is going for the double Fianchetto. Yeah, I want to calculate. So knight g4. I hit the knight. Let's say bishop b2. And then c4. Hitting this and this. Let's say e3. And then it looks pleasant for black, like rook c8 or takes and then rook c8. Go for it. Probably not winning any material, but getting some initiative. Why not knight e4? I should have considered that. I think I just missed it. Knight e4. Would knight e4 have one material? I think there was knight a4. Knight a4 might be playable in this position too. Yeah. And then rook b1 is probably coming. Okay, I'll put the queen on a7. Yeah, maybe it would have been similar. And eventually I probably do want to maneuver to e5. I check my notifications hoping for late night Naroditsky. Yeah, I think he's been streaming recently around this time. Welcome to Buzzband. I do enjoy the late night Naroditsky streams. I usually lurk, watch him play very high level blitz and bullets. Okay, so some tension being created on the diagonal. I'm not sure if I have anything here. White could even block on d4. I was calculating takes c4, queen d4, takes c3. I don't think it does that much. I feel like it's a concession too to trade off darks for bishops. c4. So c4 right away. There's no queen d4. Bishop d4. I take. We trade. If I take on on b2, I don't have to play c4. I'm really just trying to calculate something for me. But not seeing much. How about bishop b5? Takes knight b2. And knight b2 comes in so many lines. So what about this? So it seems like a big concession. Even this? Takes. Okay, I'm going to go for this. I feel like this is the only way to try and justify what I've done for the last few moves. I'm avoiding the bishop trade, so I'm trying to leave this knight awkward. Maybe eventually play this. Or even this. Yeah, we do trade a pair of knights. One thing about this opening that I would like to think I understand is that this is one of the most valuable pieces for black. It's probably to white's benefit to trade the bishops, because white's up a pawn, so like usually the side with the material advantage does want to trade to lessen the potential for compensation. Now do I have knight g4? I guess there's rook f1. White wants to play f4, which I don't think is really an immediate threat. There's also c4 bishop d4 is an issue. Yeah, let me not burn too much time. I'm down a couple minutes. Just apply more pressure to the queen side. So if f4 I play this, and then this is a big threat. If rook f1, knight e3. I'm trying to exert more pressure, like c4 eventually. How many people are watching from Europe? Because we're approaching the time where maybe people in Europe are waking up or just staying up really, really late. And people in North America maybe going to bed. Shawarma on the East Coast. Oh, wow. So it's already almost 1 a.m. Just woke up in Norway. Norway, the sun should be out at this time, I imagine. I was in Norway in August, and there were very early sunrises. I have knight d3 here. Okay, let's go for knight d3. It's kind of the idea that I was waiting for. Supported by the bishop. I'm attacking this twice. I'm also attacking this. So if takes, I just win the queen. Well, he probably has to play something like queen d2. Oh, but then I win the rook. So he has to play this. Do I have any tactics? Rook e2. Oh, then I take the discovery. I think I'm winning a piece here. Or at least exchange. I think when I played knight d3, I didn't realize how good it is. Oh, it's 3 p.m. in Australia. That's crazy. Australia is so far ahead in the future. Finland, Zurich, Alabama. Okay, cashing in. I don't really want to take... I guess I don't have to take immediately. I could start with this move. And just enjoy my bishop diagonal kebab. Eventually I'll take one of the rooks. But I want to take the knight and then win more material. Why is there an ambulance next to your name? Because someone should call an ambulance. But hopefully not for me. This game is looking pretty good. I like the diversity. Australia, Egypt, Miami, Colorado. Chess Bunzo says above first watch. Be careful not to be too specific. Easter Island. I've heard of Christmas Island. Easter Island probably exists. Okay, so I could take the knight first. And then take here. And then take here. So hopefully this is a nice example of like the venom of the Benko. I feel like I did kind of struggle in the early middle game trying to figure out what my exact plan would be. But after knight d3, everything kind of flowed nicely. e4 was probably just a mistake. Ah, Easter Island is a stone face thing. Okay. I've seen that before. There's a funny line. Rook a b8, rook b1, trapping the queen. I'd be controlling all the squares on this diagonal. It's actually one of the benefits of playing the Benko is this pawn chain is quite nice. Controls the center squares even when the bishop doesn't exist. You have to start with this move to support rook b1. Now white can do things. Oh, white just allows it. Okay. I wonder if my opponent was watching the stream and just wanted to have a beautiful finish. A nice queen trap to end the game. Let's see where I could have improved. At a very high level, the Benko is considered slightly dubious, because grandmasters are deeply prepared with engine prep. Yeah, I should have considered knight e4. White still is okay after knight a4, hitting the queen, then saving the rook. Like queen b7, bishop e2, or rook b1. I went for knight g4. White was doing fine here, but then e4, yeah, just allowed this nasty move. Okay. So this person keeps berserking and keeps winning. But I'm not too far behind. Oh, there's actually a big matchup between first and second. So whoever wins will take first. Or if it's a draw, then they're tied, but then they lose their streaks. Blindfold, please. I don't think I'll play blindfold in like a rated tournament. Have to save it for later. Okay. Let's play d4. If d5, I'll play a Queen's Gambit. Yeah, I usually play against the Queen's Gambit. And we see pawn c6. I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to play knight d2. There was a time a few years ago I learned this as like a trick weapon against the Slav. And the idea is, I'll have to remember, I'm pretty sure the idea is knight h4. There's like a really cool trap in this line, knight h4. Most natural move is bishop g6. And then queen b3. And now it looks very natural to just offer the queen trade. Wow, black's actually falling into the trap. Now the idea is queen h3. I went for this line once in a tournament, but didn't actually get this position. I learned it actually from Amon Hamilton. We did a collaboration a while ago, and he showed me this. And the point is, I was threatening queen c8, but I'm also aligning on the h-file, so black has to damage the structure. And now I can... Oh, now I can just take on e6. Okay, this is looking really nice. Probably e3. Yeah, the video is somewhere on YouTube. It's like a 2+ hour video of me like just analyzing things with Amon Hamilton. And we go through a couple dozen like different opening ideas. I play this and take. Black wants to castle queenside. All right. Wait a minute. I think, yeah, it should be okay. G8's off limits. Black doesn't realize. Okay, that was nice. I wonder if I can find the video. If you search YouTube for my name and Amon Hamilton, here's a video. This one, opening secrets revealed. If I click into this,
I usually don't do this.
Bishop f7, you know.
Takes here.
Can people hear that?
And we don't want to play rook e8 allowing bishop e5, so we take.
Oh, it might be quiet.
And
I really just want to show the thing. Slav. It's somewhere in this video. It was actually a great collaboration. I learned a lot. I taught Amon a lot. Link is in the chat if people want to check it out. Yeah, one of the reasons for playing knight d2 and knight f3, because usually white plays e3 earlier, but the point is to keep the third rank open for the queen to swing over. There's a comment from Shikar saying, "Love your videos, learning Ponziani. Please play a game with it." Actually, I did play the Ponziani a few games ago. I forget which game. I think it was this one. But I am taking opening requests. I've been trying to mix up the openings, play some fresh stuff. Oh, these players are still playing. Oh, they're having like a very long game. Grab. I could maybe try a grab. But I'm black. Playing New Zealand. Okay, I'll play Caro-Kann. I know there's a lot of Caro-Kann lovers out there. I don't really play the Caro-Kann much as black. But, yeah, and white probably knows theory too. I'll try and come out of the opening alive. Only thing I know about this line is like Levy's recap videos. A3 is, yeah. I think I'm just walking into some theory here. Can I take and take? I'm actually wondering about this move too. Yeah, white seems very prepared. Take and take. Take first. Alright, let's try this. Might not be the best approach, but I want to win back a pawn. Someday Levy will need to give me a lesson on Caro-Kann, or I should just buy his courses. We are getting something dynamic. I guess c4 might be coming. But c4 I take. Yeah, white's moving really, really quickly. So I just want a castle. And then, yeah, unpin the knight, maybe knight e5, maneuver to the king side. There's this lingering pawn tension. Another idea is like knight e5 and eventually pawn b6. Oh, welcome back, CDR Siri. On your way to Rome. Ah, from where you sent me the postcard. Nice. Yeah, I was in Italy about a year ago, but I only was there for about a week. I didn't really get to explore much of the country. Queen c7 looks fine. And this is no longer much of a threat, I don't think, because of queen g3. Thank you to Dark and Broody.
Let's go, Eric. Thanks for all the entertaining and informative YouTube videos.
Oh, thank you. I do appreciate it. So we see h3, which is maybe a sign white doesn't quite know what to do. Kind of slow playing. The question what I want to do, though. I want to do this, but queen g3. Taking is not productive. b6 maybe? b6, we trade. You see this sort of pawn tension very often in like Queen's Gambit structures. Sometimes Queen's Gambit accepted. I'm trying to chisel away White's very solid setup. At some point, White might play this move and unleash the bishop. But the drawback of playing this is it weakens b4. Knight b3. There's a few options here. a4, knight d4, queen c4 is kind of nice looking. I guess there's knight a5, which probably not too afraid of. I was also considering rook to b8, rook f b8. Just keeping tension. I think I'll start with this. And this prevents black from prevents white from taking on a5. Knight takes a5, I take, and there's a pin. Do you play the Stonewall Dutch versus the London? No. Usually when you play the Stonewall Dutch, you're weakening e5, and the London is a setup which exploits e5. It's playable, it's just probably not the best thing. But between games, I'll look at chat more closely, I'll take opening requests. Feels like I'm getting, like, finally a nice looking position. I wasn't super confident in the opening. But now white's pawns are kind of fixed. Knight e4, bishop f6. Like some nice improving moves for black. We see queen e2. Ooh, let's be careful. So this is maybe a threat, but I don't think it is, because if takes, I take on e2 first. And this could get very positional if we trade queens. Question, what is your favorite time control? I don't think I have a clear favorite. I've probably played like more games than 3+0. But these days, I kind of play a mix of 3-0, 10-0, 3+1 is Title Tuesday, the occasional bullet chess. Okay, white's now threatening this. So 94 f3, knight takes c3, knight takes e6. Oh, there's 94 f3 bishop g5. I kind of like that. Oh, this is just a good square for the knight too. Pressuring c3 and opening the bishop. I think you two are right. So rook c1, I can provoke f4. And there's also, yeah, let's start with this. A Walright gifting to Father Dragon Cow. So now, yeah, now that you're a sub, you get ad-free viewing. Bishop h4. So if this is rook to f1, I'll play this. That's looking really good now. Pieces are nearly fully optimized. It's hard to improve them further. Maybe I'll look to play queen a2, maybe eventually take. If takes, I have to calculate. So g4. I really want to play this, but rook f1. There's also just takes. Queen a2. There's also this idea, like put the bishop on b6. I'll go for that. I think it's a type of position where I'm not in a huge rush. And I don't want to like simplify with takes or takes unless it's like very clearly good for black. Especially if this move takes would open things up for white. what's the general plan with the Caro-Kann? Usually to strike in the center. Like, of course, you play pawn d5, you contest the center with your pawn chain, and then very often you get the bishop out to f5 or g4, and then you develop the other pieces. It's sometimes hard to speak in general terms, just because it can also be very dependent on what the opponent does. And with Caro-Kann, there's a lot of different things white can do, and then black has to respond accordingly. Okay, so bishop b6 is prevented. I mean, I'll play this. Just supporting bishop b6. I'm wondering if this is possible. Okay, white allows... Wait. Forgot my queen was attacked. So white's allowing this, but then there's takes. So maybe what I can do is play queen b2, queen b3 or queen a2. Let's go for queen b3. Wait, what's happening? Yeah, queen b3. Attacking the bishop. Still threatening this. I think we're going to see this move. And then maybe I can take, because if takes, I swing the queen over. It's looking better and better. And there's also just taking on c3. Bishop b6 check first. Oh, thank you to I'm Lars Anderson. Happy 4 months. Now we see queen e2. I'll throw in bishop b6. Just improve the bishop. King f1 or king h1 gets forked. King g2 is played. I might as well take. Feels close to completely winning. There's actually a cool idea to play bishop d4 takes and then this. I'm not sure if that's actually winning though. King f1 takes. There's f6, knight d3. If I take queen c2. There's this move. A lot of attractive moves. Honestly, I might just play slow, like rook a8. What is white doing? I just want to play rook a2. This is a one piece that wasn't doing anything. I moved it over to b8 earlier to support bishop b6, but now, especially now that the a file is open, it belongs on the open a file. Like, maybe there were more efficient ways to win, but I like the fact that over the last several moves, it's been very, very controlled. Making gradual progress. The Utah Buzzband. Slubbing for 6 months in advance. Off the Schneed, happy 51 months. I do really appreciate all the support from people. It's getting late for me. It's so late that now it's early. It's 12:25 a.m. White wants to queen trade. Okay, this is kind of hard to avoid. I'll take and play rook a2. So I have 3 attackers. I maybe could have taken immediately. White's pinned this way and this way. I'm not winning anything. Go for f6. Yeah, this game is going the full distance. King f7, maybe this maneuver. Okay, the rook is going to find a new home on the c-file. Oh, is white in time to play this? Yeah, white's really fighting back. I think that's a big miss from white. If white could get in this and then this, it may have been worse for a moment there. Okay, so I've won the exchange. It looks like I'm winning more material too. Can take here. Let's be careful. If I play this, there's 95. Let's play this. I just want to simplify more. Wait, what did I do? I just hung a rook. I guess that's one way to simplify. Wow. I'm objectively worse here, but I maybe can win on time. It's really going the full distance. Okay. A messy finish. It's not stalemate. Okay. I kind of fell asleep at the wheel there. I gave away a rook. I saw the king was no longer defending the pawn, but the knight was. Okay, moving on. 28 minutes left. Am I going to play the whole tournament? A lot of rapid chess. Question about a takes b4 and move 8. Takes, there's c takes. Yeah, I saw this line. I didn't go for it because bishop b5. Maybe it's playable. But there's also takes and then to be careful not to forfeit. I'm not sure how good it actually was. Can always check with the engine. Okay, what opening do I want to play now? I guess black is kind of determining the opening here with the Philidor. I'll play this line with bishop f4. I played this in Madrid in a serious game against a grandmaster. Bishop g4 I think is just losing time. I can keep developing. Oh, Tilemaker says, my wife would like you to play a bird because she likes birds. I missed that comment. I would have played a bird if I saw that comment a little bit earlier. My pawns are about to fly like birds. So d6 is weak. Maybe g5 ideas. I'll play king b1. Slightly sneaky move. I'm trying to set up this tactic. Knight d5 takes, and then knight takes e7 check. So here I'm not sure actually how good it is. Knight d5 takes, takes. King here. It looks pretty good. Yeah, this was the main calculation. Now I'm threatening rook e1. Have the bishop pair. Probably g5. There's also this move. I'll start with g5. The d pawn is pinned. Okay, this is mating next move. I don't think my opponent really acknowledged the pin. Okay. Moving on. Playing Blunder Inducer. Oh, let's play the bird. Okay. The bird is the word. There's different ways to play the bird. Like b3, bishop b2, g3, bishop g2. I could also maybe try and transpose into a Grand Prix. I'll play b3. I think this setup is called the polar bear, like b3, e3. Somewhat of a reverse classical Dutch. It's not quite an accelerated dragon, because this is the queen side. Usually the dragon is a fianchetto on the king side combined with c-pawn moving. But it will have dragon-like features. Bishop is breathing fire. Are dragons birds? Maybe some of the most powerful birds. I want to get rid of this bishop. Okay, let's go for this. So far, I'm just employing a setup-based opening. Just doing my own thing. Letting black do their own thing. And there will be a few ideas like after I complete development. One big idea is 95. I do have to watch out for this move. I think it's okay though. Like knight here, I have knight f1. I might go for h3, just be safe. And then another key idea is g4. Pawn storm. Okay, some debate about animals in chat. Bats are flying serpents. But are bats mammals? Aren't there flying snakes too? Or just flying squirrels? Rats don't fly. I feel like a rat can fly like very temporarily if it jumps. But maybe that's not considered flying. Squirrels aren't real. It might depend like where you are on the planet. Different places have different ideas of what squirrels are. Can I play c4? Employing the bathtub structure. I could start with g4 too. The thing is, like with this move, Black wants to probably play c4, attack this, attack this. What to do? Do I just allow it? Alright, I'm gonna play c4. C4, knight here. Then knight here. I think it's okay. Okay, what am I doing? I played a bird, but it might also be called a polar bear. And now it's a bathtub. I like the position though. Pawns are smiling. This pawn's defended. A3 and G4 are probably both coming with tempo. It's very hard to process some of the words in chat. My brain is getting sleepy the longer the stream goes. Alright, let's play G4. Maybe I can go for some like immediate attack, rook G1, and just neglect castling. I'm kind of debating whether I need to throw in this move A3. I just start with rook G1 or just G5. Actually, G5 looks nice. Because this square is off limits. Like usually the knight can go back here, but nothing's defending that square. I'm also covering this diagonal, so there's no knight H5. I have knight here. Then I might have this. I might just play A3, force knight back, and then this. And the question is, do I want to cash in? Because the knight is such a nice piece. I'll start with this. What's my alternative? Knight C6. I probably do cash in, and then I have another knight to bring into the center. Oh, now I'm realizing knight c6, knight d7, queen c7. If I take, there's... Okay, none of that happens. But there's still this idea of eventually queen g3. So I do have to be careful. So I probably just play this. Takes, 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 takes. I'm up a piece. Wait a minute. I get mated in end. G6, takes, 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 checkmate. That's why you always calculate a move deeper. That's a weird mating pattern. So my king needs to find some safe plays. Okay. New idea. G6, takes, 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 knight f3. And then my king can scurry away like a squirrel. Yeah, I have to be careful here. It's so easy to let the guard down when you're attacking. So thankfully this is check. I'm not getting mated. Thank you to Snugs. First time prime. Okay. It's actually nice that black didn't take the pawn, because now, like, if I get my knight to e5, there's knight g6 ideas. There's x-ray vision against the king. It maybe would have been safer to take. That's true, my opponent nearly induced a really incredible blunder. Oh, now it's getting super spicy. I mean, I have this move. Take. Bishop h4, king d2. Let's do it. I'm threatening a few different forks. This is still a big fork threat. So black takes the pawn. Now I could take the knight. And the king is decently safe. Nice and snug. But still kind of a mess. Yeah, I'm understanding my opponent's username. Just going for messy positions. In takes, probably. I could take with knight, too. That's probably a bit safer. Rook d8 is maybe coming. Okay, let's offer a trade. Maybe I can induce a blunder for my opponent. Okay, if I take... play this. Not sure how useful this move actually is. Okay, well now it seems to be useful. There's a funny line. Takes, knight e4, massive fork, but then I just move over. And the knight's pinned. My bishop is pinned, but a pinned piece can still pin another piece. Yeah, it's a funny situation. I just got out of check, and now the bishop is no longer pinned. Knight's undefended, and yeah, can't move. This is a threat. Rook h5 or queen h5. Now I'll take with check and win the queen. Okay, that was a cool game. Kind of a fancy opening, something a bit different. Made it work. I don't think I'm within range of winning the tournament. Unless I berserk win the next 2 games. But this player is probably going to win the next game. I'll still try and finish strong. Good night to Totster. Oh, there's a question. You went to Niles North. Yes, that was my high school. I graduated in 2012. If there's anyone watching that went to Niles North, let me know in chat. It's actually a pretty big scene for Illinois high school chess. A lot of schools have teams. Okay, let's berserk. Let's be super aggressive here. Stafford Gambit time, maybe. Maybe not, but maybe. Oh, it feels like is there anything here? There. Play this first. I don't think I actually have any tactics here. So I'll develop. The plan is actually to play g5 and attack on the king side. This is not the most like vicious attacking move, but I also have to improve my position. Can I get away with this? I think this is playable. I want to play knight f4. Now there's ideas of like h5, h4, queen f6, etc. It's 12:49 a.m. for me. So happy, what day is it? Happy Monday? Ah, I'm losing a pawn. Oh no. Bishop takes h5, I have this, and life is very good. Okay. So I'll probably get in one more game after this. Oh, there's Glenbrook South, there's Stevenson. Those were some of our biggest rivals in high school chess. Okay, if I take... That looks pretty good. Yeah, winning some material. Yeah, not actually sure if my next game will count for the tournament. Wow, this first place game is crazy. Takes. Let's play this. This hasn't been super easy to make progress. It's nice being up a piece. Let's not blunder. Knight g7 was a threat. Good morning to Greece. Yeah, we're approaching a more European-friendly time compared to North American-friendly. Okay, this knight is getting stuck. Yeah, this would almost trap the knight. There's knight g8 though. So I probably just want to play this, knight f5, take, and then take. I'm keeping an eye on this game because if black wins, then I might have a shot to win the tournament. I need to win this game quickly. Oh, it looks like they lost. So, yeah, I do have a shot. But 4 minutes, it's not a lot of time to get in another game. Let's play this. I might see king f6. I was hoping for king f6 would have been made in one. Okay. Okay, I'm within range. I need to win the next game before the tournament time goes up. That's not easy to do given my opponent starts with 10 minutes. But you never know. I'll almost certainly berserk. I might play this player though. Nope, they're playing a game. Are they berserking? They are. I was not expecting to even be close to winning the tournament. Hopefully the pairings don't close. I forget at what time they close. 3 minutes or 2 minutes? Okay, I get a game. I'm playing a strong player who's not berserking. Have to go for Stafford. Going all out. Yeah, if they think for 3 minutes, I mean, the tournament is just over, so what to do? But I'm playing in a style to try and win as quickly as possible. Unfortunately, they're playing a good line against the Stafford. Play this and this. Yeah, I don't like my chances. They've neutralized the opening quite well. At this point, the only thing I can hope for is like a bad blunder from white. Go for this.
$33-month anniversary.
I have to be really, really careful here. It takes. I think it's okay, actually. There's a bishop here. I play this. Queen here. I play this. Knight takes. I could take with queen even. No, I can't take with queen. I have to take with rook. I'm not winning this game in 30-something seconds. Oh dear. Okay, my knight's defended, thankfully, by my queen. The only way I win this game in 20 seconds is if my opponent takes, and then takes, blunders a queen and resigns. That's not happening, though. Okay. Maybe queen e5. So now I have to shift my focus from trying to win the tournament to trying to win this game. I have one back a pawn, so it's equal material. I think my plan... Of course I'm attacking this, threatening to take with check. If white defends, I probably look to play g5 and then knight f6. Have a nice construction. Yeah, congrats to some rapid player who wins the tournament. Also still playing a game. I thank you, JD Rado. Happy 33. White takes, so we could trade. Take. I'll play this. I'm probably slightly worse here. The structure is a little bit weaker. And there's knight d5. Doesn't seem to work. I think I have to play this. That's a good move. Queen c6 looks so bad, but might be the way to go. It's really just to simplify. I mean, I hate to play such a move. I'm going to be having ISO pawns all over the place. But I have knight d5. I mean, the idea is to get this structure. Knight d5, king d7, rook h8. Give takes. I do have a pass pawn. There are a few things to calculate. Rook a4, rook h8, takes, check. Let's say king d1, king d4, takes king e3. Okay. So I'm controlling space, despite my weak pawns. A few options here. Let's play this. Or let's play this first. So rook d3, king f4. Okay, rook d3. It looks fine. So if takes, I think it's winning. Yeah, this should be winning. Still not super clear. Right, so rook, let's say rook here, check, here takes, here, here takes. Yeah, that's winning too. So if here, like, I just take on b2. Just making sure. Takes, king e3 takes g5. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to predict b1 equals queen checkmate. If white plays it out. Okay, white's going for that. My prediction's not happening. Okay. I was imagining white might go for this, and then the way I was gonna win this was like this. Let's say this takes here. That's another path to victory. Anyway, okay, I survived that game. Somehow I coped with just having really bad structure. And it helped having my king slightly closer to the center and having a passed pawn. I think these differences kind of allowed me to push for a win. So yeah, the game doesn't count. Finish in second. That was a fun tournament. Hope people enjoyed it. Okay. What to do now? I'm tired. It's after 1 a.m. Sorry for probably missing things in chat. Oh, thank you earlier to Faizan Shahjani. First time sub. Appreciate that. So I think I'm going to wrap things up. Yeah, I got a nice mix of Blitz and Rapid. And what more to say? I'll be back in the future.